Second question. Now that the initial funding for streetcars has been secured, how should this program be expanded in the future? Mr. Ray?
Well, I want to go on the record saying, I supported, and I still support today, the streetcar program. You have to take a look at it. I mean, to me, it's just irresponsible to think that, the tracks are laid, cars are bought, and, the pavement's down, and that all of a sudden we're going to pull the plug on it. I mean, that is irresponsible leadership. It is not right. So what leaders do is sit at a table and figure out how you're going to move it forward. So you know what, you're talking about listening to the people. It has to be a transparent process. I agree with some of the folks over in Ward 8, especially down MLK between, W Street and Good Hope Road. It may not be, appropriate to have a line there, but you have to sit down and have conversations, making sure that it's connecting the people that need it to the places where they need to go to and from. And you know what? It is a void in leadership if you just pull the plug on it. So, I think you have to sit down in a room with a group of responsible adults, have conversations, transparent, and figure out where we're going with it.
Mr. Robinson.
In a ward where we have worked diligently to ensure economic development on 8th Street, the streetcar is going to be a tremendous support for the businesses who've suffered through all of the construction laying tracks. So it was pretty surprising to hear that there was even a discussion about not allowing that streetcar project to move forward, and I'm thankful that the money was indeed put back in to support that, because I think our businesses need that. Our businesses need the economic development that a streetcar would bring to the community, not to mention the fact that we would be connecting communities in a way that we have never connected them before. So I think that any time that we can provide for alternate methods of transportation for folks, we ought to be looking for that to make it a much more livable and walkable situation.
Mendelson?
Well, I like this question in part because I think it highlights what should be of interest in terms of how to govern in this city. The streetcar projects for both Martin Luther King and for 8th Street are totaling about $120 million. And the issue here is not whether streetcars are a good thing, because I do support streetcars. The issue is whether we act first and plan afterwards, which is pretty much what's been going on. The streetcar tracks that we've seen on 8th Street, the planning for that project has not been completed. For instance, if you look at Greater Washington's website today, you will see that the connection that the city's counting on that gets under the 8th Street overpass has not been agreed to by the private developer. Is it proper to be spending tens of millions of dollars now laying tracks without having resolved exactly where the terminus is or the connection will be to Union Station? So the issue here is not about whether we should have streetcars, because that's what I'm hearing from others. It's whether you spend the money and then plan afterwards, because that's going to cost us more.
Okay. Thank you very much.